Good evening, everyone. Hope you are all doing well this evening. We are back live. So as we wait for people to join in, I see Ulungile has joined us from Ulu. Skulile Shan, Zandile. Hi there. Jump on. Welcome back. Nice to see you guys. Who are new to the podcast, can you guys give us a shout out? Just send a wave. Let's see who's new on the podcast. And for everyone else who was with us last week, welcome back. It's nice to see that people are still joining us. Welcome, Mr. Shenanigan. It's nice to have you again. Hi, AKL. Nice to see you. Hi, guys. At the moment, we don't have an audience. We're not inviting an audience as yet, but soon we will be inviting people to join the panel. But can we just wait for everyone else to join in as the podcast starts? So today we've got an interesting one, right?
We'll have their drinks.
Oh yes, wait. I'm here, so I hope you guys have got your drinks. And those who are having dinner, I hope your dinner is nice. Please share. Some of us didn't get time to cook because we had work to go through first. And those who are having coffee, enjoy it. Let's see. Rulivua, welcome. Malina, welcome. Let's see, some people are joining in. Drink in the hand and ready to unpack. Yes, Lulu, you know how we go.
Certainly, I think that's what we had to do. Eventually, because we have to give it out.
Yes.
Isn't it, ladies?
Yes. I'm seeing
you guys are supported. We are supporting you.
Yes.
Just before Bafana playing against Mexico.
Okay. Can we place a bet? Mr. Shenanigan, let's place a bet. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good about... No! Guys, who's with me that Bafana will win today? Let's put a bet. I'm saying 2-1. 2 in favor of Bafana and 1 for Mexico. Let's place those bets. Noniga Soulmate, welcome baby girl. It's nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome baby girl. Okay, let's see who's there. Boss Lady, welcome. Oh, I'm seeing beautiful names here. Jabu Shoes, welcome. And let me see. Okay. So today I am the host and I will be driving with my co-driver, Mr. Shenanigan. Can we give a hand for our co-driver, Mr. Shenanigan? Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Doesn't have complaining. How are you, man?
I'm good. It's still summer, as you can see. It's still summer. I'm not sure how many people have got their electric blankets out, but guys, I think we're still having some warm days. Come on. Let's enjoy it. Let's embrace it. I think this year the winter will be good on us, right? We're gonna have a warm summer. We're gonna have a very good, I think not warm summer. What am I saying? We're gonna have a warm winter. I'd like to think so.
To you, it's gonna be summer.
Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Welcome, Sissy. Magawanga, welcome as well. Thank you guys for joining us. It's awesome having you guys here. And as I said, we've got some new people joining us today, and we have people who were with us last week. And I'd like to thank everyone who is still following us on this journey, who has been following us. Guys, we are literally on 3,000 followers. For something that we started a month ago, this means a lot for us and we are grateful. We are overwhelmed by the love. So thank you so much for keeping the energy and the mood. And we will keep up with the content. We'll keep up with the information that is needed for this podcast. And I mean, come, let's share. Every single day, it's there's a topic. There's a lot that we can talk about. So let's get into it. I think, we can go ahead. Miss Bonga, Refilwe Fifi01, welcome Sisi. And yes, Lungile, cheers girl. Yes, so today's topic, it's a very serious one, right? There's a lot of myths behind it. There's a lot of misinformation behind it. And there's a lot that a lot of people are still not, I'd say, clued up about it. So today, we are talking about periods, we're talking about hormones, and we're talking about the body havoc that the cycle is causing onto our bodies. So I hope you're ready to unpack with me. I have a lot of unpacking from my experiences, and I'd like you guys to also share your experiences as to those who have been, those who've had their periods, those who are struggling with their periods, and those who are like me, who are somehow their periods have decided to go on vacation. So let's unpack. The table is open. I think let's give a few seconds for some people to still trickle in, to still get their dinners warmed up. Get onto that couch, pull that throw if you're cold. And for those who are still feeling warm, hope you've got your cold beverage or your hot beverage, whichever beverage that you have. Let me see. Tuli baby, welcome. Let's see who else is here. Can I please get an indication of who's new into the podcast before we go any further? I'd like to see who's new. So if you're new, just drop a hand to say you're new so that we can welcome you officially. Osmadibello. Oh, hi, Sibueng. Welcome. And let's see who else is here. Tandi, welcome. So yeah, I think we can start, right? Are you ready, Mr. Shenanigan? Get onto it. So, we're talking about something that affects a whole lot of women in the world. It affects more women than we ever know. We're talking about periods, we're talking about hormones that are related to periods. We're going to be touching on the havoc that our periods are causing on our bodies. And what I would like us to unpack is also what it is that you have been told about periods, because there's a lot of myths that are happening around periods. I would like you to share some of those so that we can, help each other debunk them. I will tell you one from the top of my head. Growing up, I was told that periods is dirty blood being expelled out of our bodies. And I grew up knowing that period blood is dirty blood, to a point where I actually hated being on my periods because everything it signified that something dirty is being expelled of my body. And for a young girl who just started her cycle, who just now transitioned into this new phase of womanhood, having to live with knowing that there's something dirty in my body and I need to expel it every single month. My body needs to expel that thing. It's traumatic to grow up with. So I don't know how many of you grew up with the same concept, who was taught the same thing, who lived in a society that believed that period blood is dirty blood. So those who would like to share, please share with us some of the myths that you've heard or some of the saying that you've heard. These things we did not get them from the street. We did not hear them from the street. Some, yes, we did, but unfortunately, some of them we heard them from inside our families, inside our communities, church, schools, and we lived with this traumatic knowledge that we have something, my body is carrying something dirty. Only I think in my 20s, then I learned that no, periods is actually my body preparing itself to conceive. I'm going to invite I'm going to invite two people. I'd say two females, and I'd like to invite two males onto the platform. Let's share what we grew up hearing, or we grew up knowing, or what our families were telling us when we were growing up. So I'm going to just look through the list and then see who is interested in joining the platform. interested in being one of the guest speakers today, so that they can share what they grew up knowing. So while some people are joining, Ndlovu Jeffers, welcome. The Ghetto, welcome. They are, let's see who we can invite to be part of our panel.
I think we're missing our plot.
Okay, what's the plot?
And we're supposed to share some love to our sponsors.
It's coming. I'd like people to start thinking, just to think about it first. Let it brew in their head what today's topic is about. But it's never too late. So I'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. These are the people that believed in us, or these are the brands that actually believed in us before we even went live. So one of them is More Treats Mobile Spa. They offer mobile spa straight to your home. You don't have to drive anywhere. All you need to do is pick up the line and call them, book your time, book your slot, and they will bring the relaxation, everything sensual into your home. So if you're interested in booking a spa, please hook yourself up with More Treats Mobile Spa. You'll find them on TikTok, you'll find them on Instagram, you'll also find them on Facebook. Also, as you can see, dazzling. So today I am dressed by, or accessorized, not dressed. I'm accessorized by Regalia Style for women who know their worth, who know their royalty status. So if you're looking for a piece like this gold choke necklace, go and get yourself a piece on Regalia. They're also on Instagram, on TikTok, and also on Facebook. I think, yeah, that's about it for today, right? In terms of thanking our sponsors. But as well, I'd like to, yeah, we're feeling the love. Also, I'd like to thank every one of you guys who has been following us, who has been sending us messages on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our TikTok, and also on our WhatsApp. We feel in the love and we are responding to each and every messages. But please, let's respect that this is a platform for interaction, for knowledge. It's not a dating app, guys. It's not a dating app. We're not giving out any of the numbers of the co-host or the host or anything. Respect the craft, but we're loving the attention that we're getting. We're loving the participation that we're getting. But we would like to please ask everyone to respect that it's not a dating platform. It's actually a podcast here for the community, building a community, opening a table for people to talk about the things that are affecting them in this day and age. So, still sending the love. Thank you very much. Sis Figi Lokoko, welcome to the podcast. Soulmate, thank you so much for the rose. Appreciate it. Mrs. Maps, welcome, Sissy. Thank you for liking us. Please don't forget to like us too. Please don't forget to share the, what are we sharing? The link to the podcast. And let's invite more and more people. Let's make this a community. Yes, okay, so we are putting people onto the platform. Those who are interested in becoming part of the panel, please let us know so that we can open the discussion to further more people and, discuss this whole thing that's affecting everyone. So while we're waiting for more people to come in, let's see who's here. Mashandis. Hi, Mashandis. I need to get my glasses. Sorry.
It's the effects of perimenopause.
Guys, yes, today we are talking about periods, hormones, and the body havoc that these are causing onto our bodies. Can I ask the men that are featured into the podcast today, those who have daughters, those who have wives, girlfriends, sisters, what is your take on periods? I'd like to know actually, let's start with the men in the house, or the men of the house. So Shenanigan, what is your take on periods?
First of all, with periods, I think it's something that the body's just cleansing itself. And, I don't know the entire process. Some of us didn't do biology. Not the first encounter per se, but it happened when with my daughter.
Yes, you
At
are.
the very
Yes.
end, it was just me and her in the house, and I came in the middle of the night. Didn't know what to do. Fortunately, she called the aunt guided, and I think the first thing that I did was go to the garage. I took all the first time I didn't know what I was doing.
So you took everything on the shelf.
You take basically everything on the shelf. You're like, yeah, no, this one will work. The extra roll, extra thick, extra what?
That is actually cute.
And that's how we got to deal with the periods for her. But fortunately, the aunt really helped a lot in the process and how to deal with the entire process.
Okay.
So yeah, furthermore, we are good now. I know better. Yeah.
But you said something interesting. You said it's the body's way of cleansing. Is that what you said?
I want to believe the body's cleaning itself.
By cleaning itself
because
off
remember, you have an egg as a woman.
Yes.
And after some time, it needs to replenish, and I believe that's what happens.
Okay.
I'm not so really dwelling too much into it.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, that it's I mean, obviously the body produces this egg, and then if this egg is not fertilized at some point, then it gets expelled out of the body because, sorry, it did not get fertilized, so it gets expelled. So that's your thinking of the cleansing. That's your thinking of the cleansing. That's actually an interesting point of view, and I'm proud of you that you did not get some fathers run away. I think I was in a relationship with a guy and I asked...
Especially when you don't know what you're doing, when you've never come across
such.
Yes, our parents, I have a sister, I still have a sister, I still have my mother with, but it was never the thing of me going to buy.
Oh yes, you didn't have to deal with buying the products. Okay.
It was always that hidden thing. It's like there's a dirt thing, but it was hidden in some sort of way. But yeah, we learn as we go. We move
actually, that's very interesting, because that's actually one of the reasons why I think bringing up this topic is very important to me, because periods are a very hidden thing, and unless we talk about it and talking about it, it only stays within women. It doesn't go further than that. And people it's still something that's talked in the background, like everything about periods, how people. One of the things that I've heard growing up was I think we were at a funeral, at a family funeral or a friend, I can't remember. And then one of the ladies was on her cycle, and she was helping the preparation that happens on Friday with the veggies and everything. And then someone came to her and said, "Didn't you say you are on your cycle?" And she said yes. And she was told not to help. And she was told that the people that are coming the next day on the funeral might not, if they found out that she was prepping the food while she was on her cycle, they will not eat the food. That left me shocked, because I'm like, is it really that you would think you would not eat anything from a person who's on a cycle? You would not interact with someone that is on a cycle. Like, it's like
well, that's just that time, because the body is cleaning itself. And
but what does that have to do with my hands? What does that have to do with my hands? Me handling food?
It's the belief that people have, and it's a perception that people created, that you are dirty at that moment. Well, because this thing goes beyond, bro.
That's a thing.
So
That's
to a point whereby, if let's take a funeral, as you put it.
Yes.
If you are a man, you are not supposed for that entire week. You are not supposed to have sex.
It's not just men, it's even women.
It
There's a lot to
has
take
overall
on.
connotations into it that we do not know. We did not ask her why. Unfortunately, with that generation that did not ask why. Unlike the generation that we have right now,
No,
it has no why.
the one proof.
So that's why I'm saying it seemed as if it's a belief. It's still, even now, it's still a belief. Or people
Yes.
so people don't want you to be, they don't want to associate with such. Or people must come through and devour on this food that's being prepared.
Now, that's actually an interesting. What happens? Because remember, I don't know if how many of you know that women's cycle, they actually can, what do you call it? They can connect. I could be around. I could be on my cycle, and then another woman is around me. Depending on the energy that we exchange, she can end up being on her period. Right?
Okay.
Yes, there's that. I forgot what the term is. If someone can remind me what that term is, if someone is on a cycle, if a woman is on a cycle and they meet another woman, if the energy connects, they end up having she will end up having a cycle as well. So, what would happen if one woman is on her cycle at the funeral and then the rest of the women that are cooking end up being? For me, it is so weird that we grew up around all of these things. So us as women, we grew up thinking that part of our bodies are dirty, that there's certain things that we cannot partake in because if we are on our cycle because of what the cycle represents. But that's not the only myth that's there. There's also things like you can swim while you're on your periods. Why not? What's stopping you? It's not like the minute I go into water, then suddenly the water will change, and things like that.
You never know what the body secretes. It secretes whenever it wants. So you can't rely.
No, but
on the chemicals, on the chlorine.
Chlorine has nothing. Chlorine doesn't go in there.
What I'm saying, should blood come out? Chlorine won't clean that blood. It doesn't come.
But who's so? Are you also agreeing that if a woman is on her periods, they should not swim? Is that what you're saying?
Unless I mean, like children, they have those pampers or huggies that.
Oh my word, ladies! Did Mr. Sess say we must wear pampers to a swimming pool? Did this, sir?
Not that I'm teasing you, ladies, or anything.
Wait.
I'm trying. We need to come up with solutions. We need to find ways.
The solution is I can go inside the pool and swim. Lungile, thank you so much. I said, imagine, now I need to put on those pull-up pampers in order to go swim. No.
Okay, Miss Mutro, it's understandable. My apologies.
Thank you.
I don't know.
That's
better.
why we have tampons.
I don't know better.
I'm going to bring up another one. So I have a list of all of these things. So, ladies, you can definitely go to that beach. You can definitely, and believe me, no shark will follow you if you go into the sea and swim. No shark will smell your blood. Can we stop these thinking? Because now there's people that out there that are thinking if you are on your periods and you go swimming at a beach, the shark will smell your blood and then come after you.
Oh, by the way, I stand corrected here.
Oh?
I think one of the eggs, there's a underwear for, what is it called? Imperial underwear. Does that work?
I'm on the fence with the period underwear because for me, does that mean I'm going to walk around not the whole day, but I'm going to walk around with an underwear with blood? I already have a problem with when a pad is, the minute I can feel something is coming out, I will immediately go to the bathroom and change. I'm not going to wait for it to be full. So imagine if now I'm wearing just an underwear and I can feel something. I'm sorry, but I know there's a lot of options. There's the tampons. I'm a tampon girl. The pads. I'm a pad girl. I know there's cups. I don't know how that works because for me having a little bucket.
Maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Those period panties, are they supposed to be used when you probably go to bed or something?
No, you can use them anytime.
I don't know. 'Cause if you go swimming,
Yes. That
I
then.
think maybe it's something that still needs to be tested. That people can swim wearing the very underwears.
I don't volunteer for that because for me, the blood is on the cloth. So the minute I go into water.
So sharks.
No, the minute I go into water, when you put, it's gonna come out. It's gonna show. So swimming, you use tampons, and as I've experienced it that on my side that the minute my body is immersed in water, my periods they get delayed by a couple of hours. Sometimes it can be a day, sometimes it can be two. It depends on how long my body was inside water. So that's one of the things that I've experienced. I don't know if you guys have also experienced that. If you go swimming, there is a possibility that you might miss a period. You might have your period delayed by a day or two. Olungile, the cups. Yes, I'm not sure if you're asking a question or if the cups, those menstrual cups. For me, okay, let me be blunt. I've never tried them. I've seen a lot of them. I think they are this big. There's my brain cannot connect how that thing sits in there and how do I hold it in. And sorry, yes. Do I put the whole cup inside and then there's nothing left at the bottom, or how does it work? So for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna dismiss them. I haven't tried them. I'm just not sure how they work. Oh, okay. Ulungile says, I don't have periods, but I'm curious on how the ladies use them. Look, I'm also curious. So whoever has used period cups, are they called? Yes, whoever's used period cups before, please tell us how they work and how was your experience with them versus using a tampon, a pad, and also using a period panty. So, and now we're gonna go to another myth. In high school, when I started using tampons, I was told that when anyone that uses tampon loses their virginity. And I found out about that, I think a month or two after using, I cracked myself because I thought I had lost my virginity. Do not laugh. I didn't know any. So I thought I lost my virginity due to using tampons. And I was using those tiny, tiny ones. But because I was playing sports, I didn't like the feeling of a pad showing or things like that. So our coach said, use a tampon and a panty liner and you should be fine. Because I was having light flow. So I went with that. And then some I can't even remember where I heard that, but I heard that if you're using tampons, you cracked is it foreskin, that skin that's there, and that's how you lose your virginity. So I was scared for a longest of time because I thought I lost my virginity to a tampon. So if anyone has heard of that, please let us know how you found out and what was your thought to that. But to debunk that myth, tampons do not take away your virginity. They have nothing to do with your virginity. By now, we should be telling our kids the truth. Even if it means going against everything we've learned from our families, from our mothers, do your research before you tell your kids all of these things. Research properly, because we grew up thinking the worst of ourselves because of things we keep hearing from people who were uninformed, same as us, people who had less information than what we have right now. So can we do our kids a solid, right? Can we do our kids a solid and just research things? Take them to a doctor, take them to a GP. If you don't have that information, there's nothing wrong with taking your child to a GP or a gynae letting them sit down with the gynae and explain all of this thing. We've got Hi Rod, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, men, I'm disappointed. Where are the men?
No, don't be disappointed.
I am.
Look, there are certain topics that we can talk about, and I believe to some extent we are not so clued up.
Okay, I understand that. Okay.
I don't know how truthful is this.
Mm-hmm.
People can still have sex while they're on the periods, and apparently it's one of the
Benefits.
safest. And because when you're having sex while you're on your periods,
You can't get pregnant.
no.
Okay.
It reduces the pain.
Yes. So it's not the safest. It's actually, yes, it is the safest, but it's beneficiary. The benefits of having, yes, sex while you're on your periods, they're greater than all of this. It helps with expelling blood as well, because the blood comes out quicker now with semen if you obviously hitting it raw.
But again, isn't it? I don't know if you know,
Mm-hmm.
but there's I don't know if it's a myth as well,
Mm-hmm.
or it's factual, depending on how people get to have sex.
Yes.
Whereby you would hear people say, especially women, "Oh, he made me be on my periods quicker."
It doesn't finish them quicker.
No, come early.
Oh, no, that's true. That's not a myth. I've experienced it as well. At some point, my cycle was straight up. It was clockwise. I knew this date my periods was coming, but there's times where I would obviously engage in a sexual activity, and also, I don't know about the other people. It also depends on the intensity of the O. I know if it's intense, then my periods are gonna come early. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know on my side, I've had incidences where my period came early because of the sexual thing. But back to having sex on your periods. What are the benefits that you've heard?
No, it's one of the benefits that I've heard, that having sex,
It will bring your periods early.
sometimes it brings them early, and
It helps with cramps, ladies. What else? It helps with cramps.
this is not a medical thing.
Yes, it's not a medical fact.
Go
Go speak to your GPs, go speak to your gynaes, ladies. We're just telling you what we know, and obviously wanting you guys to share what you guys know. So another myth that I would like to, I'd say, put an end to is that you cannot get pregnant when you're on your periods. Ladies, you can get pregnant while you're on your period, and also it depends on when in your cycle are you having sex. Is it right in the middle of your period, or is it towards the end of your period? But do not think having sex unprotected while you're in your periods is a birth control.
Why would you have sex on
Because
sex? Why would you have unprotected sex when you are
on your periods.
Yeah.
But it's different strong for different people.
Mm.
Okay. So, I think that's enough on the body. Who's on meter, so like. But to remind me of my meter about the things that we heard when we were young about our periods, and then we've spoken about the myths that are surrounding periods. Now I'd like to find out if any of you guys know or are aware of the different the president of if any of you are aware of the different cycles, the different phases. And I think so you might have heard of this. The different, the especially with us women. We have the different phases, like the menstrual phase. Your periods, your lining starts shedding, and then obviously the blood comes, and then you have that flow. And some people can be 3 days, some people can be 5 days, some it's 7, some it's 10. And I'd say, if it's over 7 days, you need to go consult a doctor. You need to go seek medical care. And then there's a second phase where is the follicle phase care. The follicle phase. That is right after your period, where your body starts preparing the egg again. Some women feel energetic around this time. The high spirit. Everything is, blooming. Everything. You're just in a happy mood. And then there is the ovulation phase, my favorite phase. I think. But you still on. No, ovulating phase is the most interesting phase because, firstly, you're emotional about everything that's happening. Secondly, I now understand why welcome. Yes, come over, babe, because that is the ovulation phase. That phase is those who know. So basically, it's when the eggs has been released. So some women are feeling more confident because you're feeling sexy, you're feeling, your body is agreeing with everything, and you're social, you're physically sensitive. You might feel some pain, and some women do experience some discharge, but it's your body telling you to go mate. So the animals, they also go through the mating phase before. Yes. So you're releasing pheromones. You're attractive because you are ready to mate. But for some of those who are not ready to have the child, it's just a nice phase, and then we go back to square one. But it is basically a mating phase in terms of human beings or women. And then we go to luteal phase. Luteal. Correct me on my spelling. English is not my first language. But that's basically where the body is now prepared. It's now looking to see if the egg was fertilized. Is it time to move the eggs into, where the baby is going to start growing in everything. And then if the eggs was not fertilized, then we go through PMS. That's where now we are cranky, we are moody, we are still sensitive, and it's a lot of things are not comfortable with our bodies, and it's the body telling you that it did not achieve what it was supposed to achieve, which is conceiving. So your moods are out of whack, your energy as well is, lacking, and that's when the husband or the boyfriend, they stay away from you. Guys, I hope you're listening to this guy who's saying we are always moody. So we've touched. So one thing I didn't mention is that there's a lot to touch on when it comes to the periods, the hormones, and the body havoc, that we have decided to split this section into two sections. So today we did the part one. Next week we're doing part two, which is now talking about home remedies that are there, talking about the different havoc that the body has endured. There's some women who are having, besides the PMS, there's growth, there's a lot of things also to do with conceiving. Some women are struggling to conceive because of the side effects of their bodies responding to periods and all of that. So next week there's more to dive into, there is more to share, and we're also looking for you guys to share your experiences. But this week we were just wanted to put it out there and just open the discussion. We just want you guys to be comfortable in talking about the things that we were never told about, the things that we are only finding out in our old age, but in our 40s, 50s. And how do we navigate these things since we are now the parents? How do we navigate these things with single fathers? Are you guys navigating all of this with raising daughters and even boys? What is it that I need to teach my sons to understand about periods? That periods are not just blood, that if you have sex with the girl, they'll get pregnant. They need to understand what periods are, and they need to understand how a woman feels or what she goes through when she's on a period. So things like that, in platform is for us to open up such discussions. And there's a lot to unpack. As we've heard of the very unbelievable myths behind periods, that people can cook, and I want to leave you guys with before our time finishes, I want to leave you guys with a thought. Especially
before you leave us with a thought.
Yes, okay.
Quick question.
Okay.
What happens if a woman skips maybe a month or two
Okay.
of periods? Is it something that she needs to quickly go to the doctor for and be like, hey, my dog, I think I'm pregnant or something? Is it, should one be worried, or should one say there's nothing happening?
Look, it goes a lot with at what age is the woman in. But obviously, if she's still in, her 20s, her 30s, even 40s, ladies, if you have never skipped a cycle and suddenly out of the blue your cycle stops for unknown reason, and you know that you're not pregnant, or you're not sexually active, you do need to visit your gynae because you need to get checked out. There's a lot of things that could be wrong. You could be pregnant and not know it, you could Mr. Shenanigans, sorry, distracting me. You could be pregnant, or you could be, having a cyst. There's those that have growth that are sitting on top of the and stuff. Yes, thank you so much, Jolilanga, welcome. Yes, endometriosis. Oh, that word is always. But endo, basically. Yes. You could be having endos. It's a lot of things that could be wrong. So please do get checked out if you miss your periods and you know that you are not pregnant, or go find out if you're pregnant. Let's first rule out the pregnancy, then we can do other things. But then there is that thing when you are now reaching our age where your periods they disappear. I've now going on 3 years with having 2 periods, 1 period twice a year. It's now a norm. But as much as it goes with the symptoms of what I'm going through, I do get myself regularly checked out. Pap smear, women. Ladies, can we normalize having pap smear every year? Can we normalize having ourselves checked every year? We're not just checking for cervical cancers or ovary cancers. Just have yourself checked. We'll dive in deeper into those things that we need to have checked out and all of that. But going back to what I wanted to leave you guys with is, are you guys aware that a woman goes through different cycles throughout the month? When we're talking about a cycle, we're not just talking about a cycle that happens when you go onto your periods. But all of these cycles that I was telling you about, the menstrual phase, the follicles phase, the ovulation phase, the luteal phase, we are going through cycle like that. There is no break in between. There's never been a time where I'm having my periods twice a year, but I still go through ovulation. I can literally tell when I'm going through ovulation. I can literally tell, yes, my emotions, I can tell. So next time you're dealing with a woman, brothers, please be gentle. We are going through a lot. Every single day is a different phase.
We go through a lot as men. We just don't talk. But anyway.
Okay, we need to talk about it. But I would like you guys to just think about the things that our bodies are enduring. So next time, just take care of your body a little bit better. Be gentle on yourself. Be gentle on your mental state. Be gentle on your body, your soul, your heart, because it's going through a lot and you might not understand what's happening, but be gentle on yourself. And brothers, please be gentle to your daughters, your wives, your sisters, your mothers. We are going through a lot. But as we said, this is a 2-part episode. So next week we'll be diving in even deeper on things like endos, things like PMS, diving in deeper in terms of home remedies, because there are a lot of southern medical or medical things that we drink. But what are the home remedies that could actually help us? I know people are drinking ginger out there, people are drinking hibiscus teas, and so please write us a list, and then let's share it next week. Let's share all these home remedies. You know, I know a lot of people also use castor oil, not to drink, sir, on your belly. You look, I'm not gonna go into it. We'll talk about it next week. But once again, thank you very, very much for opening your homes for us, for allowing us into your home, into your car, into your office, you know, for listening to us blabber about all of these things that we're passionate about. Thank you very, very much. And until next week, when we dive into part 2 of the periods, hormone, and body havoc, from all of us at The Body said what? Good night.